For cheap games and to support my channel, please visit the link in the description below to g2a.com. Hey, what's up? Slunts Joker here. Today I wanted to talk to you about the game H1Z1 from Sony Online Entertainment that just went into early access on Steam. If you're not familiar with the game, it's a zombie survival horror game kind of in the vein of DayZ and Rust. It's sort of an amalgamation of the two where you can craft weapons, gear, and I believe shelter as well. It's all built on top of the PlanetSide 2 engine, so a lot of people have been looking forward to it, specifically, for the optimization, because PlanetSide 2 was a fairly optimized game and held a lot of people on the servers. So a lot of people have been looking forward to it for that aspect, because DayZ doesn't really have the best track record when it comes to performance on the PC. And from what I understand, the performance on the game is actually fairly decent. I was watching a gameplay video yesterday on ultra settings of a guy playing with a single GTX 970, and he was never dropping below 60 frames, always staying up around 65 to 80 frames, somewhere in that area. So you can expect decent performance on a modern high-end GPU if you're playing at ultra settings. So they managed to hit the mark as far as all of that is concerned, and I'm sure people are happy about that. Now, despite nailing the performance aspect of it, the big area of controversy right now is the whole free-to-play model, which they were touting as the beginning is not going to be a pay-to-win title, saying that fans would only have to pay for wearable items, basically stuff that wouldn't have any real impact on the gameplay. But as we found out yesterday when the game went live for the early access, which you could pay for either $20 or $40. Now, what do you get for this money? You're getting access to the game early ahead of time before it's actually out for everyone for free. So you're getting that. And you're also getting, for $20, you get 3 event tickets, 2 crates, and 1 key. Now, these things are basically just completely random. You get to go to these events where there will be airdrops, and you are basically paying for a gamble, essentially. That's what you're paying for, is to gamble and go on a server and maybe get some items. You might not get anything. You might get killed before you get there and lose the items you had. You never know. So you're basically paying ahead of time just for the right to go on a server and maybe get something. And for $40, you can get 25 event tickets, 3 airdrop tickets, 6 crates, 4 keys, and an exclusive hat that you're able to craft in the game. So presumably you have to actually still go out and find the materials to craft the hat, and then you get an exclusive hat. So that's basically the only real exclusive item you're getting by paying, and you have to pay $40 for that, for which is supposed to be a free game to begin with. Now you might be thinking to yourself, big deal. So what? People are paying for early access to a game. They're getting a few extra things. So what? What about the people that are going to be waiting for the game for free? They said the game would not be pay to win. They said, we will be selling wearables. We felt like this will be a good, fair revenue generator. And going on to say, we will not be selling guns, ammo, food, or water. That's kind of the whole game, and it would suck, in our opinion, if we did that. And I think a lot of people, myself included, will completely agree with that. It would completely suck if you were to sell guns, water, food, ammo, things like that, in a game that's a zombie survival horror game that's a free-to-play, but is now looking like it's more of a pay-to-win, because you're having to pay to get into these events where you can get these random airdrops where you might get something or you might not. And why would you want to pay for that in a game that was supposed to be free to begin with? You wouldn't stop talking for the last year almost about your non-pay-to-win model for this game. Now, shortly after the game went live on early access for Steam, John Smedley came forward again now, saying that he's kind of upset with the fans' reaction, or their knee-jerk reaction, saying that they're basically quoting an 8-month-old Reddit post where they've been very upfront about the fact that they were going to be charging for certain items in the game in their What to Expect document. I just want to point out that this document that he's pointing to in his subreddit post, and I'll link down to all this in the description below, this document was posted an hour and 56 minutes before the early access was set to launch on Steam for H1Z1. 2 hours before the game is meant to come out nearly, and these people have been purchasing the game, the early access, for weeks in advance. Now, just 2 hours before launch, hey, guess what, guys? You're going to have to pay for guns, ammo, and all the shit we said you weren't going to have to pay for, but don't get mad at us and tell us we were lying. Don't do that at all. You wouldn't want to merely suggest that we're lying to you. No, we only said 8 months ago that we're not going to be doing this stuff, and now we're doing this stuff. But it was 8 months ago, so it's cool, guys. It's cool. And how about the fact that he's now making a new Reddit post about how we shouldn't be mad at them for something they said 8 months ago on a Reddit post? What about the irony there? How are you going to come forward on a platform and say, don't trust what I said 8 months ago on this platform? So what about 8 months from now? Or are you going to be completely backpedaling from what you're saying today? How can we actually trust you when you have lied to us since the very beginning, since the game was announced? The whole thing was, this is not going to be pay to win. Now, clearly, here it is, day one, and it's fucking pay to win. And if you go look through the Steam reviews, you'll quickly see that I'm not bullshitting on this. Everyone is pissed off. People want their money back, and they're saying, oh, they were upfront and honest about it. Yeah, you were upfront and honest about it 2 hours before the fucking game came out. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about John Smedley's reaction to how the fans are upset over the presumably pay-to-win model that they now have in the game, when they said, oh, just 9 months ago that, or 8 months ago, that they weren't going to have a pay-to-win model, when they clearly do now? Let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Are you going to be picking up H1Z1? I'll probably try the game when it comes out free. I'm not going to pay for it. And when it does, I'll probably give you guys some gameplay and my critique on the title itself. But that's going to wrap it up for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please stick a like on it below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to keep up to date with my channel or contribute to future videos, you can always follow me on Facebook and Twitter at JokerSlunt. I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra!